Last weekend, I did a very, enlightening and eye-opening session on self-discipline with my mentees. That is the children in my mentorship program. And the theme of the session was MEYER. Okay, so it's a story about the renowned author of the book, The Power of Self-Discipline, Brian Tracy. He went for a conference in Washington, D.C. And while he was there, he decided, to go eat. He went to the restaurant to eat. And when he got to the restaurant, it was a conference. So a lot of authors were attending. All right, so he saw a young man and a young lady walk into the restaurant. They got their orders and they were coming in, coming towards him with their trays. And so he offered that they should come sit with him. And while they were seated with him at that table, they decided to make, introductions. It was time for pleasantries. And so while they were introducing, themselves individually, Brian Tracy got to know that he was actually sitting with the renowned author of the 1000 Principles on Success, MEYER. When MEYER introduced himself, Brian Tracy was star-glazed. He was star-glazed. Wow, what a pleasure to be with you. He felt very pleased. And so he decided to optimize the opportunity. He wanted to ask him a very important question. He decided to ask him a question that's actually been bothering him. And so Brian Tracy asked MEYER, I said, you've written 4 books on the principles of success. 4 books. And each of your books contained 250 principles for success. So in total, in your 4 books, you gave us 1000 principles of success. Now, please, out of all the 1000 principles that you wrote, which one is the most important? What is the most important principle for success? And so Cop replied, he said, the most important success principle is self-discipline. Self-discipline is the ability to do what you should do when you should do it, whether you feel like it or not. Okay? It's the ability to do what you're supposed to do in time to time, whether you feel like doing it or not. And he said something more profound. He said, all other 999 principles rest on this one, self-discipline. It means that out of all the 1000 principles of success that he gave, self-discipline is the most important. And all the other 999 principles rest on self-discipline. Without self-discipline, none of the other principles work. That means if a person is not self-disciplined, all the other 999 principles cannot work. That person cannot become successful. So this means that without self-discipline, nobody can succeed. Without self-discipline, no other success principle works. Whether you are hardworking, whether you are godly, you pray a lot, whether you are, I don't know, you're patient, I don't know what else to say. But if you are not self-disciplined, if you cannot assert self-discipline, you are not likely going to succeed. So I decided to go deeper to teach the children what I believe self-discipline means. So self-discipline encapsulates 3 basic principles: self-control, self-denial, and delayed gratification. So what is self-control? Self-control means being able to stop yourself in spite of overwhelming temptations, being able to resist. being able to assert restraint, being able to say no, even though I really, really feel like doing this thing, but I'm not going to do it. That is self-control. Now, what is self-denial? Self-denial requires that you deny yourself the easy pleasures, the temptations that lead so many astray, and instead, you give yourself to what is necessary for your success and betterment, even though hard. Okay, self-denial means this one looks easy, it looks fun, it looks exciting, but I'm not going to do it. The other option looks tough, it looks difficult, it looks stressful, but it's the right thing. I am going to do that. That's self-denial. Now, what is delayed gratification? Delayed gratification is the ability to put off satisfaction in the short term in order to enjoy, in order to enjoy greater reward in the long term. I come again with that. What is delayed gratification? Delayed gratification is the ability to put off satisfaction in the short term in order to enjoy greater reward in the long term. Okay? And this means short-term gain can cause long-term pain. Short-term gain can cause short-term gain can cause long-term pain. So self-discipline encapsulates self-control, self-denial, and delayed gratification. Now, you might want to wonder, especially if you are a child, adolescent, or young adult watching me, how do I know if I lack self-discipline? Okay, you've been talking about self-discipline now. How do I know if I lack it? Here are some of the points for you to know that you lack self-discipline. Number one, you lack self-control. Whenever you are confronted with temptation, whenever you see other people doing something, you usually find it hard to stop yourself. You cannot restrain yourself. You usually yield, or maybe there's negative influence or negative peer pressure around you. You just don't know how not to conform. You don't know how not to do it. That means you lack self-control. So lack of self-control is a major feature, major feature of lack of self-discipline. Number two, impatience. You are very impatient. You cannot wait. You cannot be still. You want it and you want it now. You want it and you want it right now. Is a sign of lack of self-discipline. So impatience is point 2. Now, point 3, disrespect, disobedience, and dishonor. Any child that easily disobeys, disrespects, disregards, dishonors elders, lacks self-discipline. Because ideally, you are supposed to know, this person is older than me. This person is my mother. This is my father. This is an adult. But you just cannot hold yourself. You just have to be rebellious. That means you lack self-discipline. Number 4, laziness and procrastination. A lot of youths are bedeviled with this procrastination of a thing. Whatever you need to do in the moment, you want to postpone it. You just want to do it later. You don't want to do it now. Okay? It's a sign of lack of self-discipline. Number 5, godlessness. Godlessness. Anything that has to do with God, you don't want to hear. You don't want to pray. You don't want to study the word. You don't want to at least try to practice righteous living. Is a sign of lack of self-discipline. Number 6, you are headstrong. You are obstinate. Alagidi okan. You are just obstinate. You are headstrong. Is a sign of lack of self-discipline. Number 7, misplaced priorities. What you are supposed to prioritize, you are trivializing. What you are supposed to trivialize, you are magnifying. You are taking it very seriously. Is a sign of lack of self-discipline. Number 8, you are having anyhow friends. Your friends are not persons of proven integrity. They are not decent persons. They are not responsible. They are not upright. It means you lack self-discipline. Okay, what are the consequences of lack of self-discipline? When a person lacks self-discipline, when a person lacks self-discipline, what happens to them? Number one, they are always missing deadlines. They are missing deadlines. What they are supposed to do within this window of time, they are missing it. They are lagging. They are lackadaisical, nonchalant. So you will miss deadlines, timelines, all right? Number two, what happens when a person lacks self-discipline? Consequence. Number two, you get into a lot of problems and troubles. Voila, from one trouble to the other. Number three, academic failures. A person who lacks self-discipline is hardly going to excel in school. Okay. Number four, frustrations. You'll be having a lot of frustrations in life because you never do anything reasonably. Okay, you are just careless, nonchalant. So you'll be having a lot of frustrations. Number five, you have bad habits. A person who lacks self-discipline would have a lot of bad habits and negative addictions. Number six, mediocrity. You are not excellent at anything. Everything about your life, you are a sluggard when it comes to it. You are just taking life casually. You are living life by chance. You are not intentional and deliberate about your life. So mediocrity. Number seven, you lose honor, you lose respect. You lose your integrity. People don't appreciate you. Don't call him into this thing we want to do. He's not a serious person. Don't bring him into this project or he will destroy everything for us. You lose honor. You lose integrity. People don't regard you. They don't regard you to high esteem. Do you understand? So what are the benefits of having self-discipline? Let me come again with that. What are the advantages or benefits of self-discipline? Number one, you fulfill your life's purpose. That means you fulfill destiny. Number two, you excel in your academics. You become very excellent when you have self-discipline. Number three, you become godly. When you have self-discipline, it helps you to have focus. You have constructive focus about your life. And people like that are usually godly. All right. Number four, you have the clarity of mind to choose good friends. People who have self-discipline are usually able to pick the right friends. They usually have that, clarity of discernment. All right. So a lot of benefits to self-discipline. Self-discipline will grow your essence. You will earn the respect and trust of people. People can trust you with responsibilities. They can trust you to meet deadlines. Every aspect of your life is organized, is beautiful, is growing, you are advancing. It's an all-rounder. When you are self-disciplined, the benefits are all-rounder. Do you understand? So that is what I discussed with my mentees last week. So this is the summary video for it. Because usually if any of them misses the Google Meeting class, I usually like to do a summary video so that when they watch, they can catch up. So that the other mentees will not be ahead of them in anything. Because I usually want to see all my mentees do well. So this is the summary video. I'm going to be uploading it on my YouTube channel. And I'm going to be sharing it on the parent WhatsApp platform. There's a WhatsApp platform for the parents of my mentees. So the parents can call the attention of their children to it. So that perhaps your child missed the last weekend session. They can watch. If they missed last weekend session, they can watch this summary video. Okay. So also, I decided to post this on Facebook. I don't know why, because it's supposed to be private. But I want other parents to have a feel of what I teach the children in my mentorship program. So let me introduce myself. My name is Dr. Taye Lulu. I'm the visionary and founder of the NGO Raising the Bar. I'm popularly and famously known for my mentorship program for children. My mentorship program, is for younger children, adolescents, and young adults. So if you want to register your child into my mentorship program, you can contact me on 08038408948. You can chat me on WhatsApp or you can call me so that your child can join my mentorship program. So God bless you. Good afternoon.